The Pixel 10 Pro Fold is not exploding. And it's really crazy that I have to say that, but it is not exploding. It is a perfectly safe phone. And if you're watching this video, probably wondering what's going on, or you want to know why I'm talking about it. So, rewind to, I guess, earlier today, yesterday, there's a guy by the name JerryRigEverything. He makes a living on YouTube destroying phones and then trying to see how far he can push them to mess the phones up. So, basically, what happened, because what he does is he goes through and he scratches up the finish and he pops the buttons off and he scratches the camera and he takes a knife and runs it across the microphone grates and then he tests it on the screen, all sorts of things. That stuff, maybe there's some value to it. I know people like to see things get destroyed, and that's fine. I don't like to see $2,000 phones get destroyed to make content, but some people find value in this. So that's neither here nor there. My problem is whenever you are doing things that will never happen to this phone. And I've seen all sorts of tweets going out like it's not safe, don't buy it. It's a safety hazard. Like you're creating a false narrative based off something that is really, I think, disingenuous, and it's not exploding in the first place. So what's happening, and you can go watch this video. I'm not putting it here, but basically he takes the phone and it stops right here. Like the phone is supposed to bend one way, but it's not bend the other way. So effectively what you're doing when you bend it the other way, it's like taking a regular phone and snapping it in half and then going, "Oh my gosh, this is unforeseen. This is unintended. I can't believe that the battery caught fire. I don't know how this happened." Well, because you broke it. And you may or may not know this, but lithium batteries are dangerous. They are hazardous. If they get punctured, then they can be a flammable hazard that creates an unsafe situation. So that's what he did. So he bent the Pixel 10 Pro Fold so far backwards, like basically all the way around to this, but the opposite direction. And then you see it, smoke starts coming out of it and things like that. And that is not explosion anyway. Now, did the battery get punctured and then it turned into like basically just incinerated itself? Yeah. I mean, it basically catches fire and burns really hot and creates a fire and a smoke hazard. And the smoke, I believe, is hazardous too. It's not safe. So he bent this thing backwards, and then it's like, oh my gosh, it exploded. It's the first time it exploded. And all I saw on my feed, on my social media feed, was like Pixel 10 Pro Fold explodes. Pixel 10 Pro exploded. JerryRigEverything. Pixel 10 Pro exploded on him. Blah 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 blah. So this is an unsafe thing to even say. It's a false narrative, and it's really not, I think, a fair thing to do about the brand because it really creates a bad impression, and not a bad impression like, oh, the phone's not safe, the phone's not usable. People are going to see that, and they see somebody with a YouTube account who destroys phones with millions and millions of subscribers and then says the phone exploded on me and it was unforeseen, unintended. Bro, whenever you take something that has split lithium batteries on both sides and then you suplex it in half in an unnatural way that will never ever happen. Maybe if you got in a car wreck and it was fell under the floorboard and got squished by the airbag. This is not something you need to worry about. This is not something that should even exist because really, I mean, it's almost like spreading lies about a product. I wouldn't be surprised if Google was like, "Hey, you need to quit saying our phone explodes because it doesn't explode." And I mean, that's just that. The phone is safe. The phone doesn't explode. I mean, it's built very well. It's built like a tank. And even if you say, "Oh, well, it's the easiest phone that's ever folded in half," it's not supposed to do that. And I can tell you from owning one, like if you apply a decent amount of pressure to this, it's going to be okay. Would I ever in my wildest dreams take my phone and then try to bend it in half and be like, "Oh, yes, yeah, it doesn't work well." It's not designed to do that. So it's like saying, "Oh, yeah, my TV wasn't very durable. I threw a Nintendo Switch remote into it and it broke. I guess you need to make a better TV." No, you need to wear the wrist strap and not throw the remote. So my whole thought process here is don't do that with your phone. Two, it's not exploding. It is something that is flammable and it creates a flammable hazard. Here's the way lithium-ion batteries are constructed. Basically, it looks like foil. It basically looks like foil that gets wrapped over and over and over and over and over itself, and it doesn't even look like it should be a battery, but that's how it is. And if you puncture them, like if you put a needle, a knife, something sharp through them, they rapidly start to, whatever it is they do, turn into an incendiary device. And it's like almost like white phosphorus. It just starts burning really hot, and chemical reaction, whatever it is. I'm not a lithium ion battery expert, but it's not an explosion for sure. It just, like, yeah, it might pop out because the battery might expand and it's trapped inside of like a metal plate with some glass. So yeah, the back might pop up a little bit and a lot of smoke will come out and it'll get really hot. It might catch on fire, but any phone will do that. That would be like saying, oh yeah, the Vivo X300 Pro, it blew up because I took an ice pick to it and I hit it through the back with a ball peen hammer. It's just, if you want to do this stuff for entertainment value, fine. But the problem is, and I don't know that it's a lack of integrity, because I see so many people out there saying this, it's really irresponsible to say something like that. You shouldn't be like, oh, this phone's exploding. It's not exploding. If you sit there and you watch it and it goes poof and it explodes like it's a combustible hazard, and it is physically capable of exploding, that's one thing. But if the battery catches on fire because you broke it in half and punctured the battery in the process, that's not exploding. So yeah, it just really irked me and it rubs me the wrong way. And people should put context on this. But instead, the first thing people want to do is run out and go, "Oh, I got to get clicks. This is hot. I got to get clicks. I got to get engagement. I got to be the first one to say this." So then you have hundreds and thousands of people out there saying, "This phone's exploding. This phone's exploding." And the phone is not exploding. And it's not a safety hazard. I saw people saying, "Don't buy this. Absolutely don't buy this. This is not safe." This What do you think's going to happen? Like if you take a Fold 7 and you fold it in half, and Jerry Rig Everything is lucky this has never happened before. Saying that this is the first time this has happened is not a it's not an issue with the phone. It's just luck that it's never happened to him before, because of the things that he does to these phones. All it takes is one little piece of glass, one spring, one metal shard, one fragment from the aluminum of the case. It just takes one thing to puncture that battery. So I would say it's a miracle that at this point he hasn't had this happen before. But it's not to say that the Pixel 10 Pro Fold is not built well. It's not to say there's something wrong with the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. He's just lucky that in all of those phones that he's bent and done all these other things to, that it hasn't happened in the past. And that's another thing. I think it was the iPhone Air, and I think he had posted a picture and it showed the iPhone Air broken in half. Like, you correct me if I'm wrong, but basically, I believe he ended up putting this in some sort of a machine press because he couldn't break it in half with his own hands, and then it makes it look like, oh, it was broken in half. It makes it look like he broke it in half. So there's gamesmanship whenever it comes to YouTube. Like, everybody at gamesmanship, everybody out there, good title, good thumbnail, good thing to get people to click on. And then there's completely misleading clickbait. It's one thing if you use something for effect that's based in some sort of truth and it's attractive and maybe it makes people want to click on it. It's another thing to completely create wrong narratives, like saying, oh, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold exploded. No, it didn't explode. And that's irresponsible, lying clickbait. So I have a problem with this, and hopefully people will see through it for the BS and the silliness that it is. And this is no ding to him. He can do whatever he wants, but as scientific as he is about everything and all the sinking ways, he knows it's not exploding. So don't say it's exploding. And then everybody else going and saying it's exploding. You would expect to see, like, okay, it's exploding, and it actually explodes like some sort of explosive device. Not you bend it in half and instantly pull your hands away and smoke starts coming out of it because you realize you compromise the integrity of the battery. So that's all I've got. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold is a very good phone. I like it. I've been using it. It's a very safe phone. It is built very well. It is built like a tank, and you're not going to convince me otherwise, and it's certainly not exploding. So that's all I got in this video. Hopefully this provided some context and some voice of reason. Feel free to go watch the video if you want. I'm not encouraging to. I'm not posting any of it here, as I consider myself the de facto Pixel guy out on YouTube. I wanted to address this and let people know what is going on and what is actually happening. And yeah, this is not going to go and get 1 million, 2 million views and counteract the wrong information that's being spread out there. But for people that actually care and see this, hopefully it provides some valuable insight to you. And you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So that's all I got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all those things, please, of course, go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. And I'll see you guys next time.